Hey there, Aries. Welcome to my channel, Infinity Dove Tarot and Dowsing. I have your couple dynamic reading all laid out for you. So before we get started, if you'd like to please subscribe to the channel. The channel is brand new and need your support. Please make sure to hit the like button and share this video with your friends in social media. If you'd like a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. Today I'm working with my custom designed Love Dynamics deck. On the back of each card are the love dynamics that you will find um, in relationships. It gives you the main energy, the challenge that you may be facing, what someone's true intentions are, what their real feelings are, what happened in the past, your feelings in the situation, near future actions, which gives you predictive energy, and the outcome. There's no other deck like this on the market. And if you're interested in purchasing this deck, there will be a link in my description box below. Okay, let's get started with the reading. Today I did something different. I pulled two Hidden Truth Oracle cards. Now, we know in these readings that we're dealing with the past, early in the month, mid-month, and end of the month dynamics. Early in the month, mid-month, and end of the month dynamics. This is your energy, Aries. This is your partner's energy and this dynamic between you. So let's see what your Hidden Truth Oracle has to say about you. It says, I bury myself in my work to forget about you. And what does their Hidden Truth Oracle say? Your partner's Hidden Truth Oracle says, you don't know how hard it was to let you go. So what this is telling me is that there's some kind of distance or separation in the past or currently going on between you. And Aries, you're trying to focus on your work and not deal with whatever the issue is um, that brought you to this place. And they're experiencing missing energy. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. So let's get started with the first dynamic, the first early in the month. So we have the Nine of Cups reversed. So you weren't fully happy in this relationship, in this connection. There's unfulfillment in this card. Something's missing. And there's distraction. I bury myself in my work to forget you. Sorry, there was some kind of a bug that just flew at me. So you weren't fully happy. You wanted this connection, um, but things weren't happening the way that you needed it to. You may have been chasing something that felt out of reach. Your energy is death reversed. You've been holding on. Maybe you didn't want to accept that something changed, or maybe you didn't want it to end. So you allowed yourself to stay stuck in it emotionally and mentally. Their energy is the Star. I see that they're still hopeful, even if things got rough between you in the past, or there may have been distance. They believe that things could get better, and part of them give up. So it's sounding like you're resisting an ending. They're hopeful that things can work out, even though there's unfulfillment at the base of this. So it's kind of sounding to me like there could be reconciliation at work here, but still at the core of it, the main issues aren't being addressed or met. If this resonates with you at all, please hit the like button. Please share your comments in the comment section. So I feel like, in summary, you didn't get what you wanted out of this relationship, but you couldn't let go, and they couldn't let go. They held on with hope. walk away. There's reconciliation at work here because there's resistance to an ending and hopefulness about the relationship. Now, in the present or mid-month dynamics, we have as the challenge for the relationship the Hierophant reverse. So you may not see things the same way. You may have different views or values or beliefs. One of you wants something traditional or committed, and the other may want more freedom or doesn't agree with the old rules. Your energy is the Wheel of Fortune reversed. You're wondering if this is bad timing or not just meant to be. Things feel off track or stuck. And what was expected isn't delivered in the normal way. Now, their card is the Devil reverse. This tells me they've been trying to let go of old habits, old fears, um, or maybe a toxic cycle or addiction. They're not fully free from it yet. They're still entangled and battling their demons. They're working on their issues, but the past still has a grip on them. So this may not look like the traditional setup that most relationships have. And there's a lack of faith happening here that things are going to work out. You're feeling like it's bad juju or that bad timing. And they're still battling their demons. So there's ups and downs in this connection where I think there was a reconciliation, a comeback around, or just a resistance to end the relationship. The values between you aren't lining up, and you're not sure if this is going where you want it to go anymore. I do feel like they're trying to grow, but they're still entangled in their mess and battling their demons. So they show up slow and messy. By the end of the month, we have the Page of Cups reversed as the challenge. So the real issue here is nobody saying how they feel in a clear, mature way. It's either silence, mixed messages, or bottled up emotions. So there's no communication about how you're feeling and their struggles. And obviously it's weighing the relationship down because your actions in the near future is to drop the whole thing. It could be you want to drop the relationship, or you want to drop an issue of contention between you at the end of the month. It's not clear how serious this is. Although the Tower does show up, I don't want to say that the relationship is over, but I do see that you're dropping the whole thing, Aries, whether emotionally or physically. You decide to just stop trying to balance it. It's too much and you're done. So maybe you're trying to work with the situation that isn't normal to you or isn't standard to you. You're trying to deal with their really dark issues that they're battling with. And maybe you decide by the end of the month that you can't do it, right? It's not being communicated very well. There's poor communication, it's immature communication in the dialogue, if there's any at all. And their energy is the tower. So they may do something big and surprising that could break you up. This could be a sudden breakup, a confession, or a reaction to feeling shut out. It shakes up the whole dynamic and it comes from their energy. So I feel that maybe your decision may cause them to blow up or express something in an immature way, um, that may cause a sudden ending in the relationship or rupture that's very difficult to repair, may be unrepairable. And the conclusion of this is the judgment reversed. This is a bad decision. This is as an outcome, says it's a bad decision that leads to regret or avoidance in an existing love relationship, which this probably is. The same mistakes will repeat and progress will stall, and neither partner will take full accountability. And that's exactly what this row has said, to sum it up pretty much. So I don't see like mature communication. I see you being reactive and dropping the whole thing and then being reactive and maybe blurting out something that causes it to officially end or rupture, right? So I feel like you back out, they blow up, and it's because neither of you really uh, got back on the same page emotionally. So I feel like there's this effort to stay in the relationship, but not address the problems of the relationship. Um, and it's just not working out for you, Aries. In your column, you have death reversed, will reversed, and the two of coins reversed. So you held on in the past, waited, hoped, but nothing changed. So by the end of the month, you're done. You step back to protect your energy. It's just maybe bad timing or bad fate or ill fated, in their energy. It starts off hopeful. They try to change, but maybe something happens and they blow it. By the end of the month, they're emotionally overwhelmed and can't hold it anymore, and something snaps. It could signify the end of the relationship suddenly, or a rupture that's so dramatic it's hard to repair. The relationship itself, you have totally different needs and values and ways of expressing them. You both struggle to speak from the heart without fear or pride getting in the way. So I feel like this is a bad call. This is a bad decision to stay together, not deal with the issue, or reconcile. Things don't get resolved. If it's a new relationship, it could end before it gets serious. If it's an existing relationship, then the same problems will repeat and nothing will get fully worked out. So, my advice to you, Aries, is not to ignore your own limits. If you've been feeling drained, it's okay to let things go without guilt. Just don't shut down emotionally while you do it. Be honest with yourself and especially be honest with them about what you really want right now. And my advice for the relationship is If this is going to work, it's going to take real honesty, right? Maturity and honesty. And both of you need to show up differently. Otherwise, the cycle is just going to keep repeating until it ends for good and not in a good way. So if you found this reading healing, hopeful, and insightful, please hit the like button, um, and please share it with your friends in social media. Subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like a personal, in-depth reading about your relationship or your love life or your work and money, then my information is in the description box as well. Thanks for tuning in, Aries. We'll see you next month. Bye.